This is a Gunblade, and in Final Fantasy VIII, Squall uses the Gunblade for his missions and battles. But how effective would a real Gunblade be for combat? Let's find out. If you look at Squall's Gunblade, it doesn't actually have a barrel to shoot. So in the game, the way that the Gunblade actually works is that every time you strike, you're supposed to time the trigger shots so that it does more damage and recoils back up faster for a second strike. Because of the weight on a Gunblade, every time you strike, I feel like it would easily damage somebody's shield, weapon, or armor. But because of the weight, you would also have to be really strong to wield it fast enough to catch your opponent. There's no problem doing any regular sword strikes with an actual Gunblade. The weight's not going to stop you from doing any of these strikes, and the way that the handle is designed is a bit curved, so you can actually use that to your advantage and push down on the bottom of the sword to bring it back up and do a faster strike. This handle actually gives you some good leverage so that when you do strike, you can still come back up fast enough to do another one. Looking at the Gunblade's design, it would be really good at piercing because the way that the tip is shaped. So it would easily go through armor in my opinion. Although the piercing ability on a Gunblade would be really effective, it'd be really difficult to catch somebody with a thrust because of the weight on the Gunblade. So half sorting might be really effective at going over or catching somebody with that thrust. So in close quarter combat, the half sorting method with the Gunblade would actually be effective. And there's a spot right here that you can grab that would not be sharp. The width on the Gunblade would also be really effective at doing counters or deflecting somebody's attack and coming in with your strike. Another thing with the Gunblade is that you wouldn't really have to have your finger on the trigger unless you're planning on using one of those cartridges. So having your hand right here is perfectly fine and doesn't hinder you from using the Gunblade at all. While you have the finger in the trigger, it's a little bit harder to hold it out, but it's not too much of a problem where you're not going to be able to use it. In one of Squall's limit breaks in Final Fantasy VIII, he does an uppercut called the Rough Divide. This move I think would be really effective as well using an actual Gunblade. And one of his other specials, he goes straight down with the Gunblade, dealing massive damage. Same when you come down with the strike, that weight of the Gunblade would be really devastating, coming down on you with full force. So what do you think? Is the Gunblade effective in combat? Or would you use a different Final Fantasy sword?